How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the show. It is Wednesday, solo show with me and you guys. That's right. We're going to get to the stories at hand. And don't worry, I know that we have the Spider-Man brand new day teaser leaks, and there's already details. I don't want to tell you those details. I'm just going to say that there's something out there. Is it real? Seems like it. Cops are after it. So it could be. Yesterday, I wasn't on the show, but I did a video, and it was the trailer reaction to Steven Spielberg's new Disclosure Day. So we'll discuss that. Some new photos of the Odyssey, Mortal Kombat 2, Robin Hood. Warner Brothers going to reject that takeover bid. So that's that, it looks like. So we'll discuss that and more. Could be a short show, could be a long show, depending on if you guys want to stay here and chat today. If not, we'll do the stories and we'll get the hell out of Dodge. But that's what we got going on today. So let's get to it, everybody. Kristian Harloff Show Wednesday. Here we go. Welcome back to the show, everybody. I hope you're having a wonderful, wonderful Wednesday, wonderful week. And we are going to be, winding down. And I said yesterday, one of the reasons you guys didn't know that I wasn't here, I don't know if Mike and Roxy had mentioned it, but I'm trying to get as many videos shot for the channel during the break because I want to have some content on the channel. I want you guys to have some stuff. Like immediately after this, someone last week had recommended Scrooged to Steph. She'd never seen it before. And I found that out. So we're going to watch Scrooged today. It'll probably be out this week. And then Christmas Story will be out next week. But if she hasn't seen either one of those, so we'll be doing the holiday movies with Steph. You guys asked for these epic movies, these big Oscar movies and everything too. You want away from the comic books. We put out one battle after another. It's up there. Go watch it. Me and Ming. Checked it out. We got 7. Reaction for 7 coming up soon. But we shot yesterday. What did we shoot yesterday, Sam and I? We shot Man of Steel. She had never seen Man of Steel before, so that will be coming out. We also shot Wicked 2, and we shot Zootopia 2, but we won't be able to release those until we get to the until it gets to digital. So when it's time for that, we'll make sure that you guys see it. We got some. I think we're gonna watch The Batman. Her and I. We put Frankenstein up there. So that's what you got. And if you want, like I said, I guess Roxy and Mike did 103 yesterday. Let's beat them today. Let's do that. I think that works. We have some more news coming up. I might have to go and do some extra work on the pilot, which is good news. I got a yesterday a phone call that we're going to be doing even more work on it. And not readjusting the script or anything, but just more meetings and more things, maybe in person stuff and other things that it's just getting now with 2026 getting very real. So even though some of you have been like, oh, you haven't been talking about it as much, don't worry. It'll be fast and furious, as they say, soon. So any questions that are coming in today, we'll answer all of them. I like to do a big Q&A with you guys. I like doing that on these days. I like being able to kind of have this you and me time. I think we need it sometimes. Nothing against my co-hosts. I think the co-hosts are great. I love having them on. I'm going to continue to have them on, but I think there's that one day that I need that connection with you guys. The guys that keep this. You guys are the electricity. You're the electricity in the house. So I need to be able to speak to the electricity and say, hey, what are you guys liking? What do you want to do? Because I talk to the members on the member streams. Now, PLD's my man. I've been with PLD forever, but he's been a little out of it of sorts. I don't know if I have a member stream today. Usually he reminds me, so I'm assuming I don't. Maybe you guys will tell me because I haven't gotten a text from PLD, but PLD's a little out of it right now. You guys let me know. I'm supposed to have a stream today. I don't know. It's kind of crazy today. But if not, then I think we're doing it soon. So we'll find that out. Okay. Let's get to this. I've been talking to you guys about the leaks. And we knew there was going to be leaks for Doomsday, and they'll continue to be because the screenings for Avatar, the movie starts seeing, and so we'll check that out. But I think everything's going to get leaked. Now, Doomsday is getting leaked. Someone said thought I did have a stream today. I don't think I do because PLD usually texts me. But but like I said, he's been out of sorts lately, so I have no idea. Let me check and see if he texted me. No, he didn't. So maybe not. I don't know. Got to get PLD back on track. It's been tough for PLD. All right. So anyway, the leaks now are coming out for Spiderman already. So check this out, and I'm not going to write. They put some details into this article, but I'm not going to bring it up because I know not everybody wants to see it. It's more about the story overall that things are being leaked and how real is it. So let me bring this up. Spider-Man Brand New Day teaser leak talk, and following yesterday's apparent leak of the first of Marvel Studios' Avengers Doomsday teaser, the same appears to have happened again for Spider-Man Brand New Day. This time, however, there are more obvious questions of material and whether or not it's AI slop or not. Is that the new thing now? Is that people call AI slop? It's like now there's AI slop. There's what's the other one? The other stupid thing. My daughter says all the time, but she's 14, so I let her pass. The peak is another one. I'm seeing 35-year-old men using peak. Stop it. There's so many stupid things that are being said. And I guess is AI slop the new thing that everybody else says it, so I need to say it too. Is that a new thing? Just call it AI. I don't know if it's AI or not. People just have to be sheep. Peak. AI slop. Wild. Sheep. Hey! Spider-Man footage is nearly a minute-long segment from a long trailer playing on someone's computer, apparently shot whatever the fuck that says. I'm not reading it. Every more than yesterday, the footage is so blurred, riddled with compression artifacts, nothing can be seen. Okay. I don't want to see the clip. Okay. So why is it coming out now? The answer appears to be that Anaconda, which opens on Christmas Day, as report suggests that the trailer might be attached to it. Sony has a very animatic schedule. 20 years later, the Bone Temple in mid-January, the animated Goat in mid-February, and the small horror title Shiver in early July. Okay, so I guess it makes sense, right? I guess it makes sense. I think that it's probably real and that somebody is leaking it out. And the thing though, if it's coming out soon, they're going to put it out anyway. This is a different fight for me than the Avengers one, because the Avengers one, they're making it, exclusive to the theater, which I think is boneheaded. Sony is, they're waiting to put their money out, their movie out with Anaconda. So this is like, come on, guys, let them do it. Let them put it out there. Who wants to watch? I wouldn't want to watch a trailer like this. I wouldn't want to watch a trailer all pixelated and a lot of people have been watching the Doomsday one because they think it's the only way that they can see it unless they go and pay for Avatar and go check out Avatar. But I don't know. Yeah. Someone said old man yelling at clouds. 100%. 100%. Embrace it. Clint Eastwood just sitting around waiting for people. And it's not even just, I think I felt this way when I was younger though, too. I just hate when people pick up on things. Oh, everyone else is saying that? I need to say it too. Peak. This is peak. You didn't say that a year ago. You said it because you heard somebody else saying it. And same thing, wild and all that. People misuse stuff all the time. My 14-year-old says stuff. I was like, fine. But even she heard it because she heard it on the internet. Or she heard it from her friends. It's annoying. I get annoyed with it. There's so many different ones that drive me nuts. Someone don't even know. There's so many things that people say that I know that I hate that I don't even know. If that makes sense. I know that if I knew it, I'd hate it, but I don't know it. but I know I hate it, if that makes sense. Because I kept seeing, the AI stuff. It's like you don't have to make things cool in order to. Well, I feel like it's cool to say AI slop. Is it just AI slop? Is it AI? I hate AI. And is it AI? I don't like it. I hate it. It's AI. It's AI slop. Why am I saying it? Because everyone else is. Hate it. Drives me nuts. Mid. Mid is lame too. Mid. It's mid. It, it's it's not that good. It's easy to say. You don't have to invent things in order to keep going. I don't like to say it's just okay. I want to say it's mid. It's mid. Hey, I like the guy's saying. He's coming with a very level-headed view. He's based. He's based. Stop this. Please. I beg of you. But I guess not. So mid. What else? There's so many different ones. You can put a bunch of in there too. Put a bunch in there. These people. It's like, what was the other one? I see things. Oh man, I see stuff all the time that people write on social media, and I'm just like, oh okay. You just saw that 10 minutes ago, and you were looking at how to put that into your social post. You did it. You did it. Perfect. Following the fads. It's true. Well, I'm trying to see if there's any other ones. If you guys have it, I don't mind the ick. Someone's just giving me the ick. I don't mind it too much. I think Kalinowski hates that one too. Not sure. Like, look, 6, 7, I hate, but it's my little one does it. You know, if grown people are doing it, you just stop this. Look into the mirror yourself and take a shower or something. If grown, I haven't heard a lot of grown people doing it. It's usually my 8-year-old, and she just kind of screams it out. Sus, sus is just, there's a lot of different things with that. Abbreviation on words drives me crazy too. You can't, like my 82-year-old mother-in-law abbreviates her words in text. I'm like, what are you doing? You need to do this. You're part of the old generation. Embrace the fact that you know these words. Don't give in. Don't give in. Riz is another one. But that's not too. But I don't hear it as much. But it's like, but the same thing. It's like, how did you? Someone said, how did you riz up your wife? It's like that. If I did, I'd be sleeping on the couch. So what are you doing? Clean that up. What else? Christian's views are based. Let's see myself. That's what I'm saying. Based. People can just say, "Hey, it's level." That's level-headed. You're just going to keep doing new things. I don't know. All right. What the hell were we talking about? We were talking about the Spider-Man. I feel like they're going to get the trailer. I feel we should get the trailer. It's only going to be like, what, 6 months away by the time we get it, or 6.5, 7 months away before we get it. So you should see a teaser, and we should see it. But I think that this, again, I don't think Sony has any intention of making exclusive. If they do, morons. But I don't believe that they're going to do that. I believe they're going to, they just like, they're probably, if this is being leaked, they probably might just release it now. I don't think that this is kind of going off of that conversation that we had about getting people in the theater. Wouldn't you think that if they were going to put the Spider-Man trailer, and I don't think that some people might buy tickets to buy trailers these days. I just don't think it's a majority enough to make a dent. But if that was the case and it did actually make a difference, don't you think that it makes more sense to put that in front of Anaconda than it does Doomsday in front of Avatar? I get it; it's a big movie, I understand, but as far as if you're trying to just sell the tickets, it's like Anaconda seems like it would need more help than Avatar would. That's what I would guess. Oh, is that something too? Skibbity. This is all shit I hear at my house. I don't know what it is. It's like people making it, but it's just, my daughter is the one. She's the 14-year-old is the one that hears this stuff, and then it starts to circulate in my house. But that's okay. She's 14. That's supposed to happen. If 14-year-olds are doing it, it's when I see grown people doing it, it drives me nuts. So you don't need to change stuff. Just stick to your things you were saying. You're going to change it up. Riz, based, peak. It's peak. Stop it. You didn't even know what that was until that's what everyone else is saying. I need to say it too. No, you don't. I promise. It'll be all right. Everything will be all right. Anyway, it is a very interesting day. And I really like having you guys in here. I already see some of our favorites. We've got 4 questions, and I've already seen the 4 questions are coming in. They're all awesome. They're all great. I can't wait to do it. We're going to do a Q&A. So we'll check that out. Let's get to some other stories. But before we do, I've told you guys many times over about our good friends over at True Classic. And I've told you about Masterclass. I'll tell you about them again. Check this out.
You know, I always wanted to try Masterclass, and I was so glad. I'm not going to lie to you. I was pretty pumped up when I heard Masterclass wanted to join the show here. I've been a fan of Masterclass for a long time, and I was and had an opportunity to listen to both the Bob Iger, Natalie Portman, so many different people who have had these journeys that you want to hear these people talk about how they got to the places that they were, certain things that you wouldn't really be able to get unless you were signed up to Masterclass. So I actually gave a gift of this to a friend, and they were so surprised with how much access and how much they learned from Masterclass. I use it all the time, and I think you guys should use it too. Look, I'm telling you about this pilot I've been working on, and when it comes to performances, that Natalie Portman thing was extraordinary. So I hope you guys check this out. Listen to some of this stuff that you can do. You can apply CIA-tested tactics to everyday life with the art of intelligence. You can negotiate your next raise with lessons from Super Agent Rich Paul or FBI negotiator Chris Voss. Spice up your life with the art of sex appeal by author and sexologist Shan Boodram. I mean, there's so many different ones. You can look and feel better with courses on gut health, brain health, skin health. Get the subscription. It is so worth it. Most people who have Masterclass have the subscription. They know how beneficial it is. With Masterclass, you learn from the best, you become your best. With Masterclass, you get thousands of bite-sized lessons across 13 categories that fit into your busiest of schedules. If you're headed on a trip, you download classes to watch offline and make the most of your travel time. Plus, membership comes with bonus class guides and downloadable content to help you get even more out of each lesson. That's what I did. And the classes really make a difference. 3 in 4 surveyed members feel inspired every time they watch Masterclass. I'd be part of those 3 out of the 4. So Masterclass always has great offers during the holidays, sometimes up to as much as 50% off. Head on over to masterclass.com/Christian for the current offer. That is up to 50% off at masterclass.com/Christian. Masterclass.com/Christian. I really love talking about True Classic. I love it. I love True Classic so much, and you guys know I love True Classic. So one of the reasons I love it so much, the guys at True Classic, they started with a simple mission. What do they want to do? They wanted to bring premium, comfortable clothing to the masses because looking and feeling great shouldn't come with the designer price tag. Everybody agrees. 25 million shirts sold to 5 million customers and more than 200,000 five-star reviews. True Classic has become a staple in closets everywhere, including yours truly. Everything. True Classic for me. I love it. It's not just about fabric or fit. It's really about confidence. It has helped me tremendously. It helps people show up every day feeling put together without trying too hard. And that is why I keep telling you about the perfect gift this holiday season is True Classic. It doesn't matter if you're shopping for your dad, your brother, your partner, even women and kids in your life. True Classic has something for everyone. The same premium comfort, perfect fit that built the brand are now available for the whole family. They fit where they should, they feel incredible, and they don't break the bank. That's the most important. You get that tailored look without sacrificing comfort or blowing your holiday budget. For me, I've been wearing True Classic for a while. You know it. I talk about it all the time. The gym, out to events, everywhere I can. And you can feel the difference the moment you can throw one on. It is tailored where you want it. It's relaxed where you need it. No bunching, no stiff fabric, no BS, just a clean, effortless fit that actually works for real life. Skip the guesswork. And that overpriced designer stuff. You give comfort, give confidence, give True Classic. Where can I find them, Christian? I'm glad you asked. You can find them at Amazon. You can find them at Target, Costco, Sam's Club. Best way?
head to trueclassic.com/Christian. Grab the perfect gift for everyone on your list. You know how much I love True Classic, and you will too. Thank you so much to True Classic and Masterclass. So, again, a few things. I saw somebody. This is one of the things I saw. You guys got to. Someone's about True Classic. Well, I was going to sign up to True Classic. I was looking at the prices. I was like, why look, for the prices that they are? I'm like, first of all, you get the discount if you use my thing. Second of all, someone's like, I'll get my my shirt at a Target over. You have bullshit shirts. These are like quality, like really good. You wear them everywhere. I wear them everywhere. I'm going to an event in January, and I'm going to be wearing a True Classic shirt. And I wore the jeans yesterday. I love it. You guys know I love True Classic. So this is it. Look, you look good. Try to cut corners. Same thing with Masterclass. Masterclass you're going to absolutely love if you use it and utilize it the right way. All right, let's get to this. This is a story we're going to talk about. And look, I don't know how long the show's going to be today. Like I said, we're going to go over these topics. You guys want to throw in some questions and you want to ask whatever you want to ask. You got me one-on-one. This is one of those things. You got me one-on-one. So let's get into this right now. Got to talk about this Warner Brothers thing. Let's do it. So we know that there's going to be like the hostile takeover thing, right? Well, that's hilarious. That's absolutely hilarious. That shot. That's funny. It's funny. Warner to reject Paramount's takeover bid. That's what they're saying. Hold on a second. Hold on. I myself here and can't do this. Okay. All right, let's see. Warner to reject Paramount's takeover bid. Warner Bros. Discovery is reportedly planning to reject Paramount's Skydance hostile takeover bid, reports Bloomberg. The outlet says that after reviewing the Paramount bid, the Warner Bros. Board still views the existing agreement with Netflix as offering great value, certainly, and terms that Paramount has proposed. One issue is a big chunk of the equity comes from a reputable source that manages the wealth of his father, Larry Ellison, a trust where assets can be withdrawn at any time. This is crazy, guys. You guys are catching me in the middle. Like, no one in my family listens to me that I do live shows. No one listens. You got to tell them to take a cab. I'll reimburse him. Holy shit. Outlet sources say that Warner Brothers' response to Paramount's tender offer could be filed as early as tomorrow, but no final decision has been made as yet. Meanwhile, Variety reports that Jared Kushner's Affinity Partners investment firm is no longer part of Paramount Skydance's acquisition bid. As recently as last week, Paramount said in an SEC filing that 3 Arab wealth funds and Kushner's Affinity would be silent equity investors in the company. Then comes another wrinkle with Empire City reporting that Paramount is potentially considering the idea of going after NBC Universal. Well, that would be unlikely given that one company can't own 2 broadcast channels in the United States. They're grasping at straws. They're grasping at straws right now. There's absolutely no chance. There's no chance that they get NBC. There's no chance they're going to get Warner Brothers now. This is pure desperation. And now that Kushner is jumping, guys, it's over. It's over. I was with you. I was with you when we had a shot at this thing, but it's over. There's no world we're going to get this anymore. What are we doing? Thank you, and good luck to you. It's over. Now they're just trying to get whatever they can get. I do not know how they're going to do this or at all. It is. I think that it's, and we've talked about this many times over the course of the last couple of weeks, but I think they were so confident that they were going to get it, and that's why they initially bought Paramount. Bought Paramount, and then was like, okay, now we're going to get Warner Brothers, and we're going to rule the roost. And it's like, it didn't work out. They were so confident. And listen, I told you the day before, I said they're going to get it. Next day, nope, they did not. So this is them just not knowing what to do now. We're going to buy Universal. We're going to buy YouTube. They didn't say that, but I'm just saying that they don't know what they're going to do anymore. They have all this money to spend and nowhere to spend it because no one wants to sell. And yeah, this is Netflix is laughing their asses off. Now the question still stands: is Netflix going to get, are they going to get approved? Who knows? But if I'm Paramount buying all that stock, I'm going, oh no, that we were poised to be, they were poised to be the potential new champs. Getting Warner Brothers, they could have really been, like I said, it would have been a much more competitive game, right? It would have been Netflix versus Disney versus Paramount. That would have been the three players. And of course, you have Amazon and Apple playing around, but they're not really, they're just kind of laughing their asses off, counting their money and Scrooge McDuck. But you have the three of them, that would have been a battle. Now it's just Netflix versus Disney. That's really all it is. Netflix versus Disney, with, again, Apple and Amazon laughing their asses off with money on the side. This is what a disaster of a year. Who knows what it's going to look like moving forward. It is funny though too. You see people who just read articles and they'll kind of regurgitate things. And what I tell people is I go, you do it like, again, what a 14-year-old does. It's what my 14-year-old does. That she sees things and she saw something about she loves Welcome to Derry. She loves it. So she saw that Netflix or something, and she's like, "Oh no, they're gonna cancel Welcome to Derry." I said, "Why would you say that?" She goes, "Because they cancel all the shows. They cancel all of their shows." I was like, "Where'd you read that?" She's like, "I saw an article that they just cancel their shows." I go, "It's not untrue that there's a lot of shows that they don't push forward, but they don't own HBO Max yet, and when they do, most likely, they're not gonna. It doesn't make sense to me, and I could be 100% wrong with this." But it doesn't make sense that they're going to do that WWE, WCW thing. We're like, okay, WCW is pretty much toast. Just put it all in one thing. Now it's just a big old mess. They're going to run HBO Max with an HBO Max crew. And then they're going to have Netflix, but Netflix runs it all. I think that's kind of how they should do it. Whether or not they do, I don't know, but again, the regurgitation that happens with a lot of people, they see things and they go, Netflix not putting it out in the theaters. They're going to destroy the industry. That's what they're going to do. How do you know that? I'm not saying it's not an option. Not saying it's not an option. Because you're right to think, well, if you look at their past and what they've done, yes, but the statements were made about the brand that they had previously. The brand that they have moving forward is a different brand. It's got different assets. I think it's a mistake if they run the new assets the way they ran the old assets because it's a different asset. But I don't know. Okay. What do you guys think? You think Paramount is screwed? You think they're going to actually even try to get NBC, or are they just trying to get in, buy anything that they can at this point? Put your thoughts in there. Let us know. All right. The other thing I wanted to talk about, there's a couple, how many more stories? Really only like two more stories left, and then we'll get to the questions. And then, like I said, if it's a short day today, it's a short day. Up to you guys. But I want to get to this because one of the reasons that I was out yesterday, well, all the reasons I was shooting videos, but one of the things I did while I was out yesterday was I did a reaction to the Spielberg Disclosure Day. Now, you're either aware or you're not aware that I run a second YouTube channel. It is Down to Earth with Kristian Harloff. It's about the UAP topic. And I've been talking about this movie. I was curious to see what this was. Was it going to be more of a War of the Worlds kind of spectacular Spielberg alien movie that he's done in the past? Or is it going to be more so of like the Post type of film talking about disclosure? Is it going to be a little Close Encounters? And it turns out it looks like it's a little bit of all of that, and I'm here for it. I guess that's one that people say that I just did that's annoying sometimes. I'm here for it. Let's go, I think, is overused. Let's go. Where are we going? Where are we going? Universal Picture has premiered the teaser trailer for Steven Spielberg's UFO movie, which finally has a title, Disclosure Day. Emily Blunt, Josh O'Connor, Colin Firth, Eve Hewson, Coleman Domingo. It's a great cast. And Wyatt Russell lead the cast of the film, which marks Spielberg's first directorial effort since The Fabelmans. Wow, it's been that long, huh? Synopsis reads, if you found out you weren't alone, if someone showed you, proved it to you, would that frighten you? This summer, the truth begins to 7 billion people are coming close to Disclosure Day. In the clip, Emily Blunt plays a TV meteorologist who begins speaking in an alien language during a live broadcast. She teams with O'Connor's character to find the truth. David Koepp penned the film's script, while Janusz Kaminski is serving as a cinematographer. It's coming out June 12th. What do you guys think about this one? Because I like it. I like what they're doing there. Now, what I'm curious about, if you look at Close Encounters, and for those people, sorry, I got to stretch. For those of you who are not as familiar with this topic, both Hynek and Hal Puthoff were involved in this. And if you do information on them, Hynek ran the Project Blue Book program that essentially, after Roswell, he had a government program that investigated UFO, UAP reports, and he was in charge to basically say, we don't see anything out of the ordinary. He worked for the government for quite a while and put all those statements in. Eventually, his conscience got to him, and he said, well, actually, I don't know how true that is. There's been a lot of reports that actually do have a lot of merit. So he kind of went against the system. Puthoff is another one who has been, and I'm so wrong about this, by the way. Puthoff was not involved in this. It was Jacques Vallée, not Puthoff. I keep saying Puthoff, and I'm wrong about that. It's Jacques Vallée. He was involved. Anyway, the point is, they were consultants on the Close Encounters movie. So the question is, are there any consultants on this one? Because the talk of disclosure has been always around, yes, but it's heated up since the David Grush hearings and other things that have popped up since 2023. Spielberg is very much into this topic. How much, and I'm going to say a good majority of it is, because it's coming out in June as a summer movie, I would say 88% of this movie will probably be a summer fantastical alien type movie with about 12% of hidden gems in there of this is what I think is really coming. Because the idea, what they said inside of the trailer, which I really liked, was this is something I think we all agree on, whether or not whether you think this is all nonsense or not. If it wasn't, and for those people who think it's all nonsense, and I'm sure there's a ton of you right now watching this, if it wasn't, right, do you think that the government or anybody else should be holding that from the world's population? The answer from a lot of you may be so. Maybe we couldn't handle it. But who's to say that they're the ones to make that decision? Shouldn't we all collectively decide what we're ready for or not ready for? And I think that that's the premise that I like. That's the one. So I like what they're doing here with this trailer. It's a great cast. Creepy moments when she does start speaking that language. Are they using her as kind of like a receptor? Like, how is that working? I like to see what Spielberg's going to do here. I think it was a good weird, though. Someone said it was weird. I think it was a good weird. That to me is a teaser. Does it get you? What the hell is that all about? It did for me. I don't want to know what the whole movie's about yet. It's not what it's not what a trailer is. A teaser trailer, rather. Anyway, so put your thoughts in there. Let me know. Did you like it? Did you not like it? I want to hear what you're thinking. All right. Last story before we get to your questions. 10 questions, probably not going to be a longer show here today, but we'll get through the 10. Answer anything you guys want to talk about. But before we do, the last story of the day that I definitely wanted to discuss was, you know how much I'm looking forward to the Odyssey. I mean, I'm going to make my most anticipated list, and then I'm also going to reach out to both Dan and Roka soon, and see if I can get them on that year end thing that we always do, the best of. We've done it for the last 3 or 4 years, so I'm excited to see if they can do it. Anyway, let's get to this. So there's some new things to discuss. There's photos from the Odyssey, Mortal Kombat 2, and Robin Hood. A bunch of new official photos have been released via Entertainment Weekly as part of their 2026 film preview guide. Among them is first look at Hugh Jackman, Jodie Comer, and Bill Skarsgård in A24's The Death Robin Hood, which hails from Pig and Quiet Place Day One director Michael Sarnowski. I actually liked Quiet Place Day One. Film shot in Northern Ireland, in the Northern Ireland this year. Was it supposed to be Ireland? It's expected to follow Robin Hood in the last days of his life. Don't expect him to be some swashbuckling hero either. Sarnowski tells EW he was this murderous outlaw who did a lot of terrible things and was kind of monstrous. But he's lived long enough to see this folklore get created about him. He's figuring out how he feels about that, about being portrayed as a hero when he knows who he really was. I don't know if I like that. I don't know. It's A24 though, so it might be pretty great. But I don't know. I don't like the messing with Robin Hood. I still think they need to do that a live action version, or a live action computer animation with the Fox as Robin Hood. There are also new photos from the Odyssey, including new shots of Matt Damon, Anne Hathaway, Tom Holland, Robert Pattinson, and first look at Hamish Patel. There's shots from Mortal Kombat 2, with the director indicating that Carl Urban's Johnny Cage takes a lot of fighting inspiration from Jackie Chan, with not just fast-paced martial arts, but hijinks and use of objects in the environment. So here's some of here's the Odyssey stuff. Yeah, I can't wait for the Odyssey. And then Mortal Kombat 2 that's to me the most interesting. Not as far as wanting to see it. But remember, the movie's supposed to come out this year, and they pushed it. And sometimes they push it, like if they pushed it into January, like they pushed it into the summertime. That means they're confident about it. Is it false confidence, or is it real confidence? I don't know. I like. All three. The Robin Hood one, it's a great cast, good director. So maybe it turns out to be one of these things like, okay, a different take on what they did. And I see how they played into the legend itself. But I think they tried to go that route. They went to the prequel route with Russell Crowe on the Robin Hood legend, and it's like, nah, come on, I want to see him in the woods. I want to see him with his merry men. I want to see what we know about Robin Hood. But A24, I don't really ever count them out. They could probably do something pretty interesting. So we'll see. Odyssey is just everything that they put out. It's next level. I can't wait. I can't wait for that movie. I can't wait to make my most anticipated list. I feel like I'm going to spoil it. I feel like it's number one. What else? What do you guys think? You guys know me. What else that's coming out next year do you think I could, if I'm going through my list next year, as I'm putting together the anticipated list, I'll look at the comments right now as you guys write it. What could replace Odyssey for me that I'm not thinking about? And I'll look and I'll say maybe, or I'll say no. Everyone, Odyssey, the first one thing is Odyssey's Mandalorian Grogu. I don't even know if that'll make my top 10. Grogu, stop it. I don't even think it's going to make top 10. It might. I don't know. I don't know if I'm anticipating it. Spiderman will be in there. I don't know if it was number one. Doomsday's got a shot. I don't think it'll be number one. I don't think it'll be number one, Doomsday. I'm very curious about it. It'll probably be in the top 3, top 4. But number one, I don't know. What else? Which one's Hail Mary? See, Dune. Dune's got a shot. Nice, Aiden. Dune has a shot. That's actually Dune and Odyssey. Ooh, that's a good one. Aiden hit it. Aiden hit it. That's if you're now wondering, well, I'm not going to watch the number one because I know it's going to be. Maybe not. Maybe you won't. I think Aiden might have gotten it. But yeah, it could be. Which one's Bone Temple? Everyone keeps writing Bone Temple. Which one is Bone Temple? Maybe that's what I'm saying. There's so many of these ones I got to do more research on. Bone Temple. Oh, 28 years later. No, that's not. That wouldn't be number one. It'll probably. I mean, it's got a chance to crack into the top 10. But I mean, to be fair to myself, they were like, okay, you can only watch one of these movies. Do you want to watch Mandalorian Grogu in theaters or Bone Temple? I mean, I'm curious about Mandalorian Grogu. I'm curious about it. And like I said, I don't. It's just like it's the fourth season of the show, and it's a TV movie that's going to be on the big screen. Disclosure Day will be up there. I don't know if it's going to be number one, but it'll be in there. Yeah, Master of the Universe. Nah, not after what I heard about it. Well, yeah, Dune, Doomsday, Odyssey. Yeah, those are all Clayface. Interesting. Like, see, Clayface, and this is weird to me. And you wouldn't imagine that I would 10 years ago. Imagine I would say this. I don't know if someone's like, you can only watch Clayface in the theater or Mandalorian Grogu. I don't know which one theater I'm going into. Clayface is intriguing to me, and it could really play. Now, it's one of like I have not seen Supergirl yet, so I can't say this. But there's a fear that Supergirl is going to have the James Gunn influence. I think that what they need to do, you've got to separate yourself. James Gunn has to be able to separate himself and say, okay, here is the director I have doing this. Gillespie, do your thing. I think I saw like Greg Alba talking about this, and I agree with him, is that the trailer seemed to have a lot of Gunn voice and less Gillespie voice, right? I hope that's not the case for Clayface. You can't. I don't want to see stupid jokes and everything else in Clayface. I want to see like a horror. Hunger Games is up there for sure. It could be in there. But anyway, I think that Clayface is one that is very interesting to me. So anyway, what are you guys anticipating? What are you looking forward to? What do you want to see? Put your thoughts in there. You know, I lied. I said that that was the last story, and I forgot because I just mentioned James Gunn. Luke sent me something before we started. And then hey, and I don't know, Luke, or if Luke's watching, can you text PLD and can you see if we have a stream today? People are saying we do, but I didn't see a text from him, so I'm assuming no. Okay. Let's see. Next one here. And we have James Gunn gives a new DCU update of what he is going to direct after Man of Tomorrow. I don't know if he should be doing that yet. Man of Tomorrow. Article has spoilers from Peacemaker Season 2 finale. Okay. I haven't watched it yet, but if you guys care, you should tune out. I don't give a shit. The DC universe finally got expanded in 2025, but DC Studios is just getting started with its new superhero franchise. With the Superman movie emerging as the highest grossing comic book film of the year, a follow-up is already in the works. James Gunn is going to do Man of Tomorrow 2027. New interview with Deadline. Gunn spoke more to the future of his filmmaker outside of his role as co-CEO for DC Studios. With Superman follow-up, the director explained, Man of Tomorrow was an idea I've had for a long time. I think I know the next few I'm directing, so I already know, frankly. Former MCU filmmaker elaborated that because it's a part of the plan of the DCU, there is one big story. However, he stressed the importance of projects being able to stand on their own. On the one hand, I want everything to be okay to watch by itself. He expanded on how Peacemaker Episode 8 and its effect on the larger DCU, including the films he will direct, Gunn said, but also there's a bigger story being told that involves, say, salvation, and that story involves Rick Flag and involves Lex and Superman. There's those movies that I'm going to be directing. While he knows what he is directing after Man of Tomorrow movie, he also made it clear that his plans could change. He shared how. That's the plan right now, at least. I may get so effing tired that I can't do it because I'm pretty tired, but we'll see. There's a plan that I'm going to do a couple more at least. Man of Tomorrow is set to feature David Corenswet and Nicholas Hoult reprising their respective roles as Superman and Lex Luthor. Principal photography is expected to begin in 2026, with other DCU players set to return for the sequel. The ongoing theory is that DC's Brainiac will be the villain for the 2027 entry, but Gunn is keeping those details under wraps. In an interview with Entertainment Weekly on September 26th, he only commented with, but I think we'll hold off from exactly what is happening. With only a handful of projects in Chapter 1 that don't already have directors, it's possible that Gunn's future films beyond Man of Tomorrow are projects that haven't been announced. DCU will resume in 2026 with the arrival of HBO Lanterns and the new Supergirl film. Okay, I would be lying if I said that this doesn't make me nervous. I the guy is a director. He's a writer and director. It's what he is, and he's good at it. That's what he does. He doesn't want to let that go and just be the executive. And I think that is what is needed at this point. He's like, I'm exhausted. Of course, you're exhausted. You have to make all the decisions, and you just directed an episode. Basically created and put together another season of television, and I think directed a couple episodes. Correct me if I'm wrong, but wrote it, at least produced it. Did that whole animation series, Creature Commandos. You just did Man of Steel, which was a big, daunting task to get that out there. You've already got a sequel coming out 2 years later, and now you're talking about what you're going to be directing next. Start passing it off and do. That's what Marvel did very well in the first three, was they assigned directors and let them do their own thing. Gillespie, like I said, that movie looks like Gillespie doing what James Gunn asked him to do. Haven't seen the movie, could 100% be wrong. And once you see the film, you could say, no, that's just the way that they cut the trailer. But it looked like a lot. It didn't look like it had Gillespie's flair on it. We'll see with the next movie, Clayface. We'll see what Lanterns looks like. But I think they need a few movies, whether it's Muschietti's movie or whatever. I think they need a few movies by other directors. And this article said as much, that this could be coming way down the road after those directors have done that. But let's see. Let the other directors get a handle of it and take a break for a little bit, especially if you do another sequel of Man of Tomorrow. And the other reason why he said things could change, and rightfully so, well, let's see how Man of Tomorrow does. And one of the reasons that I selfishly am excited for this, because I like Frank Grillo a lot. I think he's first of all, had the opportunity to interview him a few times and just talk to him, and he's a great dude, and I root for him. And so if he gets an opportunity to do more stuff as Rick Flag Sr., great. Okay, cool. I don't know how much the rest of the audience is going to be invested in that story, unless you set it up so well in Man of Tomorrow. They're like, yeah, more, please. But he's got ideas, so you trust it. But the other thing is, we also don't know what's coming past that new contract. The new contract, I think, ends in 2027. I think so. And that's really when Netflix is going to start kicking in. So will they sign a new deal with Netflix by the time this thing happens? And does Netflix say, well, yeah, you had those ideas, but maybe we tried to do this instead? And they also have other numbers to compare to. Now, if Man of Tomorrow turns out to be a major sequel with a lot of money, you always get more power with results. Just how the business works. You get results. That's it. So we'll see. What do you guys make of it? You think this makes sense? Yes? No? Put your thoughts in there. Let us know. All right. We're going to get to your questions in just a moment. I see more people firing some stuff in. Before we do, I'll tell you about PrizePicks, and let's get to it. Here's PrizePicks. Here's why PrizePicks is fun to me. It gets people interested in sports that maybe they weren't beforehand. So I had somebody who didn't even really know anything about football. We started playing on PrizePicks, and now he's talking to me every Sunday about, hey, listen, what do you think about this for the lineup? What do you think about this? And I'm like, that's awesome that's what got you into this. I love it. So here's what I like about PrizePicks. There's so many different sports that they offer. It's really cool. You can make your picks on fantasy score, free throws made, field goal attempts, turnovers. I know a couple of players who really stack up just their free throws. So favorite thing for me about PrizePicks is that you can pick multiple sports in the same lineup. That's really interesting. It could be basketball. You can put Steph Curry and Patrick Mahomes in the same lineup, and you can root for both. That, to me, is one of the more intriguing things that PrizePicks does. And there's a new feature. PrizePicks has early payouts. So if your lineup gets off to a hot start, you may now have the option to cash out those winnings before the game even finishes. If your fantasy season is over, your team's out. PrizePicks, you don't have to wait until next year's draft. PrizePicks lets you play fantasy football every week. You pick your favorite players and win when they hit their projections every week, and there's no draft required. I like how straightforward it is. You don't have to spend a lot of time trying to calculate your payouts. It makes it easy with their payout multipliers. It doesn't matter if it's simple or big payout. PrizePicks makes it easy to understand how much you can win. Join millions of users and sign up for America's #1 fantasy sports app. Download the PrizePicks app today. Use that code Christian. Get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code Christian. Get $50 in lineup after you play your first $5 lineup. PrizePicks. It's good to be right. Thank you to PrizePicks. Appreciate it that you're all wonderful sponsors here today. Make sure you comment, click like, do all that. I've told you many times over. You guys know it at this point, especially if you're watching. You want to help the show out. Way to do it. Someone asked me the other day, "Hey, you got an Amazon Christmas list?" I was like, "No, just get a sponsor and get something for yourself. Get something for yourself as one of the sponsors. That's a gift for me, and it's a gift for you. That's what I always tell people. Now, okay, let's get to your questions. 19. Let's beat Mike and Roxy. Let's do it. I'm not yelling at you. Okay, here it is. Boomer bust. I like that. Recognizable voice tournament. 70% for recognizability, 30% for resume. Sam Elliott, Chris Rock, Sean Connery, Will Ferrell. Let's see. I don't know the rules. Recognizable voice 70% for recognizability. I mean, I think Sam Elliott gets 70%. Is that what you're asking? Chris Rock is. So I don't understand the rest of it. I'm just gonna go 1 to 10 because I don't understand what you're asking, Boomer. But I'm gonna say Sam Elliott recognizable voice. I'd say 8.5. Chris Rock I think is higher at 9. Sean Connery's probably 8.5. Will Ferrell's probably like a 7, 7.5. But if you heard all those names, but Chris Rock to me is you hear that you hear his voice and you're like, it's Chris Rock. But I don't know if that's what you're asking. I'm sorry. Okay, 20 questions. Every single person in here asked a question. We would destroy Roxy and Mike. Just saying. Okay. All right. Next one. Peter Eklund. I asked Roxy and Mike this yesterday. What's your favorite Christmas movie pre-1960? Mine is White Christmas. You know, Tiffany Smith loves that movie. She finally got me to watch it. I don't remember how long we were doing this show. It's a very good movie. I probably would say Miracle on 34th Street is probably my favorite. And I probably would want to try to watch that with the little one this week. Lorian Arwen. Hello, Lorian. Any idea when Kickstarter will begin for the pilot? Yes. So I got a zone. So I got on, a couple different times. I got on a phone call with the director, producer, and stuff while I was doing the show, and I had other people doing it because we're moving to that. What we're doing for this campaign is very different than what other people have done because you're all going to be involved in the process of making a television pilot. It's harder for me to really describe it yet because you don't know who's involved in the show yet. And when we are able to announce that, you'll get a kind of bigger idea of it. Because I was thinking about it in my perspective. If you guys were listening, or your perspective rather, if you're sitting there listening to someone going, "Oh, I'm doing a pilot. I'm going to be doing TV," you probably just think of like, this isn't discredit anybody who puts in makes a $20,000, $30,000 pilot, and you can see it as $20,000, $30,000 pilot. But hey, you did it. We're trying to make a show that looks like it's already been living on Netflix already, or Apple or Amazon. It's lived there, and you wouldn't know the difference if you turn it on with the kind of talent we're going to get involved in it and all that. But in order to do that, we want to process and almost like a thing where you're involved in watching how it's getting made. So there's going to be more information I just can't give at the moment. But the idea is that when we have all of our ducks in a row, that we launch hopefully in the beginning of the year. That's the hope, but I don't know yet. I should have more information soon, but I promise you, first of all, thank you for asking. Second of all, I promise you that once we are ready, it's really going to be every day, 7 days a week. You're going to be hearing about it, and we'll be doing more stuff on social about it. There's going to be things on all the reactions about it. It's just going to consume me. So that's kind of the goal. Okay. Thank you again for asking the question. I really appreciate it. It's going to be some really big opportunities for people to get involved in this. That's what we're also going to do. So letting people know that. Okay. RQMDSMD. Kristian, did you watch Fallout Season 2, Episode 1? I didn't watch Season 1, Episode 4. So no, I did not. Is Episode 1 out already? I did not. Yeah, I probably should because people like that show. I liked what I was watching. Yeah, I was watching. Let's see. Okay, let's see. So 23 so far. Not bad. Aiden. What's up, Aiden? I'm 25 and I'm deleting social media, and deleting social media is the best decision I made in a long time. Planning to get rid of my iPhone for a detox phone. Listen, man, I am not going to lie to you that if I could do that, I would do that. It's just, there's one of these things, like someone asked me, like, in an ideal world, let's say that the pilot and the season blows up and it becomes a big success. What would I do with the channel? I would keep the channel and I would keep doing what I'm doing with the channel. However, I would hire somebody to run the day-to-day, the social media stuff, the comments, and I would really, my interaction with the audience would be this. And I like this. It is a mental toll that definitely is taken from not just that, but and look at our relationship, right? Like, and I've brought this before. I have tremendous respect for Aiden. We did a live member stream, and Aiden came in and he like a gentleman came in and we had a conversation. And during the Schmodown years when things got heated, I guess there was things that were said and he brought it up. I was like, don't worry about it, because he was, again, gentleman, brought it up. But the problem with social media is that you don't really you don't have that face to face that we had there, right? You see somebody and you assume things and you write things, and you can get yourself into mentally in trouble, other things into it's just not worth it. And I think that's just one circumstance. I think if I wish everybody would get rid of social media. But the flip side of it is it's just helped so much. I was talking to Ellis last night. We were on the phone and we were talking about how, like, the comedy clubs are doing so well now. Social media has helped out comedy clubs tremendously because it's marketing, like certain marketing. So it's just, there's a lot of stuff that is helpful, but I think overall as a society, it's been a bad thing. Mike Rios, 1065. What's up, Mike? What's the deal with Wolf by Night? You mean Werewolf by Night? I think that's what you mean. It got away from us. We were going to do it for Halloween. It got away from us. We'll probably wind up doing it next Halloween. That's why we have to. We have so much that we're going to be doing. I think we're gonna, like I said, I'm going to do the Batman with her and other things, but we never got a chance to do. I'm assuming you're talking about Werewolf by Night, but no, I didn't have a chance to. Matt Krugman, best meal you've eaten in the last 2 weeks. I'll tell you, Matt, I've been eating much better, right? But I'll go to pizza. I had this pizza from this place. I want to mention the name of it yet because I want to go and I actually want to record myself going in there. There was a burrata pizza, but it wasn't like this is a restaurant. I can literally taste it right now. It was so good. It was really. I wish I would have liked a little bit more burrata on there, but it was really, really good. So in the last 2 weeks, that's probably the one that I would say. 26. All right, we're going on the line here. Is it going to be a short show today, or going to be a longer show? Geek Lodestars. Will you at some point watch Pan's Labyrinth with Sam? It's one of my favorite Del Toro films, and would love to see it. The answer to that question is I would love to, because first of all, not only do I love that movie, and it's probably my favorite Del Toro movie. I love his Pinocchio, and I love Frankenstein a lot, actually, too. Other movies that he's done, but the problem is, as I said, did Frankenstein? People complain about how you don't do first watches. You don't do first watches. It's always your friends. I'll do first watch. Do Frankenstein. You don't watch it. So if Frankenstein doesn't play, a new movie, Pan's Labyrinth, is going to play. I gotta, paying Sam, I'm paying the editors. It's got to make sense. It's like Demon Slayer. I love watching. I'm really hitting myself in the wallet by doing that show, but I keep doing it because I like the show. But man, it just, and there's certain things that just, it's weird. The algorithm just does not favor it. And I saw some stupid comments about, oh, Kristian keeps saying the algorithm doesn't do live. Research it better, and don't just talk. Peter Eklund, you ever go upstate? Beautiful up here. Not in a long time, Peter, but I used to go as a kid all the time, and I would love to go again. And I think my wife wants it. My wife was actually born in Ithaca, and I want to, and I like to go and check that out. Okay, 28. Can we get to 50? I want to beat Roxy and Mike, though. I really do. Why? Because I never say that, but I want to win today. I don't know why. I'm in a win mood, and then I want Steph to beat me tomorrow. That's how that works. I don't want to win this week. I want to win today. I think so. Okay. Armada, 8YT. How are you doing now? You know, why is everything getting leaked? Now you know. There's something about the shows. Now you know. Why don't they put in things in the theaters exclusively? Now you know. I tell you why. Because they leak it from their phones. Now you know. No more doing the leaks. Now you know. Now you know. Sitting on the bus. Now you know. Talking about the leaks. Now you know. Now you know. Haven't done that in a while. Thank you. Fallout Season 2, Episode 1 drop. Apparently. I gotta watch it. 29. Ooh la la. Armada. Will Song Blue have any Oscar noms? I don't think so. I dug it, but I don't think so, because I think that Critics' Choice already came out, Golden Globes. I think you're getting the gist and the idea of everybody who's going to get nominated. I don't think they're going to be in it. So I think there's going to be some surprises. There'll be some snubs from the actual awards, the mixture and matches of other ones. But yeah. Go, pal. I just saw that Jill Gerard from Buck Rogers passed away. Is that true? Let me see. Hold on. Oh, man. Yeah. Just passed it. God, Buck Rogers. Man, it's old school. 82 years old. Thanks for letting me know. Train wreck of a year needs to end, and hope 2026 doesn't find a way to get worse. Well, there's always, unfortunately, there's always, especially towards the end of the year, it seems like we always get a lot of the celebrity deaths. Seems to be the case. That's tough. That's tough. But thank you for letting us know. Have they even thought about doing a Buck Rogers remake? Surprised. Anyway, okay. So go, pal. Aaron Gray as Colonel William Daring. That's right. And the assistant stepmom of Silver Spoons. Yeah. And Mork and Mindy, right? Yeah. Was a favorite on reruns. Oh, no. Different person. Pam. Yeah, very different. Was a favorite on reruns in elementary school. I had the right image in my head, wrong name. Go, pal. North Island sounds like that was a New Zealand source. Okay. Maybe so. Cools, GC9. Doomsday will be 2 movies, and part 1 will be in June. That is incorrect. Why do you say that? They've already announced that part 1 is. Are you kidding? That's not true. Okay. The Blazing Kites. What's up, man? What's up, Christian? The Street Fighter movie Taylor Treaser came out with what are your thoughts, and what about them taking a jab on Mortal Kombat 2? Movie or video game rivals will sell tickets. So I didn't watch the teaser. I've seen the images. I agreed with Campy's assessment of what he said about the poster. He said that it looked very Saturday Night Live-ish. I don't know how it's going to play overall in the trailer. Interested to see it. Interesting cast. I want to see what kind of tone they set. them taking a jab at Mortal Kombat 2, play up your rivalry. Competition's always a good thing, and maybe we'll sell tickets. If it's good, that's when it's going to sell tickets. So I haven't. First of all, thank you for the donation. Appreciate that. But no, I didn't. I didn't get a chance to see it, and I probably won't because I want to wait. And I'll just go in there. I'm going to see it. Jacob, did the F1 watch along for patrons get taken down? I don't think so. I don't know where PLD is. I can't get in touch with him. Let me see. Maybe Luke will know. Luke is the. If Luke is there, Luke, did the F1 get taken down? I don't think so. Let me see. All right, let's see. Okay. But I don't think so. I don't think it got taken down. All right. 34 right now. Spaceballs 2, someone said, but that's not until 2027. Ed at the movies. Kristian, your show is wild. No cap. It's peak based. Thank you, Ed. Appreciate that. Is wild no cap? Is that something people do too? The no cap? I don't even know. No idea. Anyway, 34. And here's the next one. Tyler was never here. Calling us the electricity was great until I flashed back to his Guardian kids at the end of Thor, Love and Thunder. I wish there was the delete button in my memory. Well, don't see Masters of the Universe. Apparently it's the same thing. I hope that my source on that is wrong. I hope that it doesn't feel like that at all. But yeah, I mean, jokes aside, you guys are the electricity. It's true. You keep the lights on. The power behind it. And it's one of the reasons like I even felt that I could run a Kickstarter campaign because I feel like, the support that you guys have given and that, I feel like, okay, these are people who want to see good stuff, but they want to see us succeed. So that's kind of why I do what I do. Armada. I saw a trailer today of a Jimmy Stewart biopic. Who's playing Jimmy Stewart? That's cool. I think Godzilla -1 sequel comes out in 2026. Is that true? If that's true, that'll be up there for me. That would definitely be up there for me. Orange Grove, 55. What's up, Orange Grove? Do you think Netflix will be better for WB animation than under Zaslav? WB animation is legendary. There's more than it's gotten lately, in my honest opinion. Look, the answer to that is potentially. It could be better, could be worse. It's the same thing that I said before, though. Who are you hiring to run the team? Who are you hiring? And what are you going to allow them to do? I don't disagree with you that I don't think it's been run very well. And I don't know how much he really cares about animation. Netflix does. And they're making a very heavy run right now. I mean, just look at K-pop Demon Hunters, look at In Your Dreams. Like, they're making a heavy, I think their animation studio and their creative team is better than Disney and Pixar right now, personally. I think that they are in that mode of creative that Disney used to be. So anyway, let's get to the next one. 39. Tristal Baby 0430. Thoughts on Netflix buying 14 iHeart Podcast? I didn't even know what 14 iHeart Podcast. I don't know what is that. 14 iHeart Podcast. Netflix. What is that? Netflix doubles down on video podcasts. So what do? They bought iHeartMedia. Netflix and iHeartMedia have entered into a new partnership to bring 14 video podcasts exclusively to Netflix in 2026. Companies announced Tuesday. This represents Netflix's second major step into the podcast space. I told you this the other day. I think that Ted Sarandos is one of the smartest people working today. I think he has surpassed. I mean, I talked about Bob Iger as like the top executive guy for a long time. I think Sarandos is the guy. I think this year proved that. And I think this deal proves that. I think he gets it. I think he understands, okay, well, you know what? What tools do we have? What tools are strong? What tools need to be stronger? What tools don't we have? And you're building out like a mothership that's almost, you can't penetrate. So I think it's just another smart deal. Superman H8V. Rewatched both Ace Venturas recently. First one's a classic. Second one is almost unwatchable. I don't remember it being that bad. When did you see it as a kid? How old were you when you saw it as a kid? Because you probably go back now and it probably just doesn't hold up as much. But those movies are a product of their time, also. But I watched the first one not too recently, and it still holds up for me. Scott B236 ETA on Stranger Things re-upload. How are you distributing the pilot when Kickstarter gets funded? Hope you have a great holiday with the fam. I don't know if I can re-upload it, because when I did the Stranger Things, I have to do a follow-up with Netflix. Is all I can do. I don't want to do it re-upload and then it gets taken down again. They took down like a bunch of different reactions. I don't understand why. I always say this: if Netflix decided, okay, you know what, we're just going to take down everybody's reactions, that to me, that's fair. You can't just choose 15 people and then let other people leave theirs up. That's not right. That's not right. It doesn't make any sense. So I'm curious about that. So I don't know. How are you distributing the pilot when Kickstarter gets funded? Okay, so that is, again, I don't. It's one of the questions that will be answered when I have the director, producer, and I think I can't say there's other people that will be on the stream when we do it. All those questions will be answered for that day. You're going to know everything about what our intentions, what our plans are, what our goal is, how we plan to get this done, put out there, all of that. Like, it's hard for me to tell you all that information without telling you who's involved with it yet, where we go with it, all those types of things. So I promise you that when we do that initial stream of here's everybody involved, that question will absolutely be answered. Stuart Blackie 6771. I loved Welcome to Derry. I saw The Shining in IMAX last night. That's great. Where was it available in IMAX? I love learning the lore. How about you? Me too. I like that they connected more. I've really gotten more involved in the Stephen King universe more so than ever this year with Welcome to Derry. Running Man, which is just okay, but they still incorporate it. And then, of course, The Long Walk. And then I watched it Chapter 1 and Chapter 2. So, and even seeing stuff from like The Mist pop in there. It's cool. It's all like this connected universe. But and The Shining is another thing I want to watch again, especially after Welcome to Derry. Armada 8YT. Why do I feel like in 20 years they're going to make Avatar into a Broadway musical and adapt that as a movie as well? 20 years? Like 5. Surprised that they haven't done an Avatar play. Tyler was never here. I don't think that's true. 2026 goals. See Harloff once in the city randomly. You're in New York? I mean, I'm there. I haven't been there in probably a couple of weeks because I decided I was going to go see Anaconda. Was either today or tomorrow. I'm trying to we're going to be doing some stuff with the family over the holidays, and we're trying to keep everybody not sick. So I'm trying to not travel. I'm like, you know what? I'm not going into the city. I'm not going to be on the subway. Not going to give any chances of trying to get all this stuff done. But I'll be in the city quite often and next year for sure. Go, pal. Natalie Portman and Jenna Ortega did a movie called The Gallerist. It's premiering at Sundance. It's the first I'm hearing about it, but I'm intrigued. Both great actresses. I'm with it. Okay. Cat Mom 4 Jedi. Did you see all the mic gifts from yesterday? They were funny. Also, thank you for letting me go on the member only question. Of course. Thank you for being in there. I love that. It's one of my favorite things, guys. By the way, if you didn't know and you're a member, you can join in, and everybody at the $5 level and up, if you're in that stream and you join in, you can ask a video question. You come in, you join the chat, and you come in and you ask a question, you chat with us, and that's it. Please do that when we do this. I don't know what the gifts were. Luke, did you see? Let's see. Let me see if Luke is watching also. I don't know where my two producers are today. Let me ask him if he's watching live. Let's see if either one is watching live. I'll find out soon. Because I want to see if anybody pulled that those gifts because I heard there's some good ones from Mike. Not sure. Let's see. What's this mean? Seems like you win when you talk about your TV show and the Kickstarter. I seem like I win. Win what? Sticks. I'm not sure I get that. Let me know. Creaky. Shaky. Not even close to Creaky. Project Hail Mary is with Ryan Gosling. Yes. Thank you. That is one I definitely want to see. And I keep forgetting the name of it. But yes, I absolutely want to see that one. That'll probably be in the top 10 as well. Cat Mom, support. Thank you, Cat Mom. 43. Sean McCabe, love the reaction of Frankenstein. There were some good ones there. Always a pleasure having you and Sam in the house. And look at you knocking crap over like a maniac cat. That was my favorite part of that. If you guys haven't, I'll tell you what, if you haven't watched any reactions, just watch the Frankenstein one for the first 30 seconds. It'll be worth it. Gerard 8846. If Netflix Warner Brothers gets approved, I hope that Del Toro gets to make the H.P. Lovecraft book At the Mountains of Madness into a movie. He'll be doing a lot more stuff. I mean, especially after Frankenstein. Frankenstein, I loved Frankenstein. That was great. Marcus McGill 4423. How is crewing up for your project? I can put you in contact with Fuzz and the Lens in New York. They're the team behind Terrifier franchise and Stream. First of all, this comes with what we're doing, and I hate to keep repeating the same beats here, but when things are known more so about what we're doing, this is the type of stuff, Marcus. Please, when we do, I'm going to do a big announcement live stream about the show and announcing the director and producer when we do it. And when we do it, please put comments like this in there just to let us know, hey, what about this? What about that? If you guys are grown up and you need this, put that stuff in there because that's the kind of stuff that one of the things that happened that I'll talk about again when I can. A friend of mine had said, hey, listen, there is a possibility that I could get so-and-so involved in this if you allow me to let them read the script. And maybe they come on board to do this because they really like what you're doing. It's a long shot, but I can at least get it to them. And I said, please do. Got it to them, and that person is on board now because they really enjoyed the script and they liked the process of what we're going to be doing. Again, I'll explain it more when we can. Joey B 720. Roxy and Mike were incredible yesterday. Hashtag peak. I'm glad that they were. Yeah, they're the best. They came through for me yesterday because I was not planning on having them host the show, but I was taping, and I just couldn't get free. And Roxy, I think Roxy said her throat was hurting a little bit, so they kind of made sure they tag team, and Mike was able to host some stuff and do it. So they really came through for me yesterday. I was very appreciative of that. Tyler was never here. Zootopia 2 or K-pop Demon Hunters for Oscars? I think K-pop Demon Hunters is going to win. I think Zootopia 2 has a shot, but I think K-pop Demon Hunters is going to win. I think it was a huge phenomenon, and I think that everybody voting probably has kids that was like last night. My daughter had the end of the year kind of concert at her school. She's in the chorus and stuff, and the last song was they sang the song. They sang the song. I will tell you this one lady. Should I even bring this up? I'll bring it up. Who cares? I don't know who she was. Apparently, she was a TA or something. But I went and I was so excited. I sent this end part of this song to the head publicist for animation at Netflix. Because look what they're doing. This is amazing. And I wanted to tell this woman, the teacher. It wasn't the teacher that I spoke to because she just wasn't there. Very nice lady, the teacher. But I didn't get a chance to. So I walked in. And this woman said, "What?" Okay. I never met this woman a day in my life before. I was very polite. And I was like, "Oh, I just wanted to say my daughter was getting embarrassed. She didn't know what I was doing." She's like, "Dad, come on." I'm like, "All right, relax." I just want to let you know. She's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Well, the song was really good." Okay. The song was really good. And I sent it to the head publicist at Netflix. So I came and she's like, "Oh, all right. Thanks." I'm like, "Who are you? Why are you here? Get out of here." I didn't say it. I was like, "Thank you very much. It was nice." And I'm not going to embarrass my daughter or anything, but I was like, I pissed me off. I'm not going to lie to you. Pissed me off. And I was like, "Who is that lady?" Trying to do a nice thing to let the kids know that they were really good. One girl that sang this note was amazing. It's not an easy note to hit. Now, granted, was not the chorus teacher. I don't even know who this lady was. She might have just snuck in there. Maybe she was eating the snacks. I have no idea. But either way, the lady, "Hey, lady, there's no way you watch my show, but if you do, you suck." Joshua Gonzalez. I have my Avatar tickets for this weekend. Excited. Enjoy it. I'm excited to see what people are going to think. Unheard Sirens Incorporated 2036. You ever been to Charlottesville, Virginia? No, I have not. Definitely try Bodo's Bagels if you come. Best bagel outside New York. It's like a religion down here. Just some really damn. We went. My daughter, my little one, and I. We've been hunting for some bagels out here. There's a couple places that we like. But there's a few different spots that we've tried. But yeah, that sounds good. Bodo's Bagels. All right. Jim, 1242. I hate when people say let them cook. Now, that's one that sucks too. That one sucks too. Let them cook. Stop it. Someone who let James Gunn cook. Stop it. You never said that a year ago. You heard it. You saw it on the internet. Let him do his thing. It's fine. Give him a chance. He's still doing everything he needs to do. Give it time. Fine. Let him cook. Where'd you hear that? On the internet. I saw somebody, so I said I have to do it too. Let him cook. Stop that. It's not cool. You don't sound cool. It looks stupid when you write it. Drawd, 8846. Bill Skarsgård as Nosferatu. Woo-wee. So Pennywise, Brainiac. Yeah, he's the best. He's the best. He's the best. He's so good in Derry. So good. 48. Can we get to 100? I think we can. Come on, guys. Armada, 8. I saw Raekwon and Havoc from Mobb Deep this Sunday in St. Pete. That's pretty cool. Concert celebrating the infamous and only built 4 Cuban League's 30th anniversary. Awesome. That sounds pretty awesome. I love your when you write a lot of these music things too. I love that. It's amazing. Paul Hitchcock. If PLD's offline, you need to check on Roca and his hats. It's true. I don't know where PLD is. I need him. Okay. So let's see. Luke said, Mike, that PLD added to the video. So I guess that there is one from there's a new thing from Mike. Let's see, where is it? Is this one?
You know how bad I want them.
What's that? You know how bad I want. I don't know if that's really okay.
You cancel your fucking plans.
Are those the ones? Or are there any more? Is that it? I don't know if I love those. Maybe it's out of context. Are those the ones or the different ones? Let me know the other ones. CC Black. Thor trailer leaked. His prayer to Odin got to me. No more goofy Thor with the Russos. Do you think Wolverine Deadpool should be one of the 4 trailers? So, there's a Thor trailer, or is it Thor in Doomsday? They're not going to have him be a goofy moron in the next one, so that doesn't surprise me if that's the case. Armada. Guillermo. Netflix. FU Money equals Hellboy 3. Maybe. Could be. Ed. Yo, man, Oscar's moving to YouTube in 2029. Is that true? Is that true? PLD. All right, or PLD. Haska, how long have I been saying that? Let's see. Oscar's moving to YouTube. Is that true? Okay. Yes, it is. How long ago did I tell you that? How long have I been telling you guys that it should move to YouTube or streaming or anything to, and it should not be on network television? How long have I been saying that? 5 years? 10 years? It's a little too late. Maybe that a deal. Good. It's going to do way better online with clips and other things than it is on network television. Very smart move. Very, very smart move. Very smart move. Yeah. Okay. Dancing Dog 60. Ever see The Guest with Dan Stevens? Cool film. I did. I saw it late, but it's a really good movie. It's good. Because former team's Schmoedown champion himself, Brendan Myers, in that movie. Tyler was never here. Bronx kid through and through. Go Yankees. Okay, there you go. A lot better. I got to show you a video. It was hilarious. The one that I don't know if you can see it, but I sent it because Sam's a Mets fan, so I sent her. Anytime I see somebody taking a poop on the Mets, I laugh. Where is it? Hold on a second. Yeah, it's. I don't know if I can play it. It's really funny though. It's really funny. Oh, so Sam actually put. Oh, okay, so that's where Sean put. Sean told me, I guess he saw the clip from Sam posted it where I knock over the things. If you want to check out that clip, if you don't want to see the reaction, just go to Sam Reacts NY and you'll see me knocking that thing onto the floor. Pretty funny. Anyway. Okay. Anyway. What else? I got some more. The Met stuff I can post later, but I'm doing more. I'm doing more right now. Blazing Kites. I don't like Netflix taking over DC Warner Brothers because they seem to not care about the video games department that should be important to them. They need to win. Well, that's what we're talking about before. As you said, they seem right now. Maybe they understand that when they're buying assets and if they have the video game stuff, and I think that they're buying the video game section, maybe they're not, but I thought that they were. And if they are, then you go, hey, let's now make that an asset. It's another part. It's weapons. It's another weapon in your arsenal. So let's see. Let's see, because maybe that's one of the things that they want. They're doing podcasts now. If they can master games, the empire just grows. Aiden Doherty, I can't stay because I got to get back to work, but just popping in to support. It's a big, big support there, and I really appreciate it and always appreciate your voice here. So thank you very, very much. 51, guys. I like it. 51. Hell yeah. I like exactly what you guys are, what you're saying. I'm trying to see what else. Is there any more? Yeah, I don't know about those new mic clips because I don't have context on them. Let me see. What's the other one?
You cancel your fucking plans.
I need that clip to be a little longer. It shortens out too fast.
You know how bad I want them.
Yeah, that one doesn't have any context. And then okay, we can leave that one. We don't really need too much context for it, but I guess so. All right, Casey Grant. Kristian, your rant is reminding me of the funny Scorsese doc, Pretend It's a City. Are you morphing into that or just New York state of mind? I'm just tired of things. I'm tired of things, and I'm tired of sheep mentality because it happens all of the time. In not just these sayings, but in politics, in conversation, in opinion. It's like it's sheep mentality. You hear one thing, somebody else says it, and part of a team. I gotta represent what the team says, and it's so stupid. Drives me nuts. People annoy me. Cat mom. First one is Mike's chocolate balls. That needs to be lengthened up. I don't really understand it. Second one, Mike's hate ASMR. Third one, Mike told of a good diet. That I saw, and that you cancel your plans. You can do that. It just needs to be a little longer. It's too short. So I don't love the clips that we got so far. But we can work on that. Sean McCabe, Melly and I have Christmas gifts for you. And Sam, you've done enough, my friend. Hit me offline so I know where to send them before you protest. I just know you've been an amazing friend to our family and you deserve to be sharing with love. Listen, like I said, that's very kind already. And if you got something, obviously you want to send it off. I understand. But like I said, get you and Melanie something from one of the sponsors. Like you getting yourself something. That'll help us out. They got stuff now, whether it's a shirt or whatever it is for Melanie, get a pair of jeans, whatever it is, or a or masterclass, those things. That helps. And you're gonna get something out of it too. We both win. But you got something. I think that's you're the best. You're the kindest. You're the nicest. And it was actually such a pleasure to meet you at the live event. 52. That's it. Okay. That's one to end it on. Hey, we didn't beat Mike and Roxy, but we did it. We had a good conversation. I appreciate you guys very much. Always appreciate you guys. And then we both win. 100%. Both win. That's what I'm saying. And you look good in those shirts, man. This isn't a true classic. I need to wear this. I needed a little bit of a warm up. I actually a good hoodie and I need some tanks from there. It's pretty good. 50. Haskell, you think we can do 52 more right now? I don't know. People have to start firing in right now before I sign off. But what I will say is this. Is today's PLD's his birthday. I don't know where the guy's been. I gotta say happy birthday to PLD. I don't know where he's been. So anyway, thank you guys, all of you, for being here. Appreciate it. Very, 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 very kind. And we are going to be back tomorrow with Steph. We got a reaction for 7 coming out. I hope you guys watch that. I hope you please check that out. We have One Battle After Another that's up right now. At the Man of Steel reaction coming up. We're gonna have Scrooged coming up. I'm gonna have a non-spoiler review of Avatar coming up really soon. And that's it. So really appreciate everything that you guys are doing. And thank you for all the wonderful questions about the pilot. I think we're doing a live stream today. I don't know. PLD, I still haven't heard from him. Luke says we are, but I still haven't heard from PLD, so I don't know. If we are, I'll see you there. If not, we'll have to reschedule it. If that's the case, I don't know. But thanks again. Appreciate you. You're all rule. So subscribe, comment, click like, do all that and more. Appreciate you. And we will see you guys on the flip side. Bye. Bye.